What's up, guys? It's Tyler again. Just wanted to go over something today. I had a question from a client a couple days ago. Um, really wanted some strong details on this topic, and it's tough because it's one of those things that yes, there are some straight answers on it, but you're not going to get the same answer really from everyone. Um, Qualification versus pre-approval really is a fairly fluid conversation. Again, technically, they are different, but one guy says I'm pre-approved, one guy says I'm pre-qualified. Does that really mean anything different? From exactly, you might be in the exact same situation. They may have done the exact same thing, and one just says one says the other. Again, technically, a pre-approval should be stronger. Should be a full credit review, should be a full income review, should be, have your assets, plugged in your bank statements, plugged in your reserves from your 401k you have and your IRA, and all that sort of stuff. And a pre-qualification technically doesn't need to have any of that. It could be a verbal. It could just say, oh yeah, I make, $5,000 a month and I don't have any debt and I have a 690 credit score. Tell me what I can be pre-qualified for. And technically, that's all a pre-qualification could be. Pre-approval, you need to have those things, and you need to actually do a credit check, and you need to actually review the debts and all that sort of stuff. But again, you really have to dig into it with the lender you're talking to, the loan officer. Be like, what have you reviewed? Obviously, you sent them. I mean, if they've just said, great, we had a conversation and this is what you should be able to get, here's a letter saying that. You obviously know that you haven't sent them your bank statements, you haven't sent them any pay stubs, W-2s. Hopefully if they've checked your credit or not. You probably have more discussion. If you've been pre-approved, you've probably gone through more details and you've sent them stuff. So really, you want to dig into it with the specific lender and what they're going for, and again, go for a pre-approval if you can. Obviously, it's stronger, and you're not going to get bit down the road. Again, there's still a lot of things that can happen. If you're pre-approved, things can change. Your credit can expire. Obviously, if your income changes, if your bank accounts were kind of artificially inflated for whatever reason, you had 10 grand in there, but your car died and you just went and bought a car for cash, and now you have like $500 in there. It's different. I mean, if you buy, takes a couple months to buy a house, and down the road things are a little different. Your credit drops, or your income changes or something. Obviously, issues can come up, but the pre-approval will definitely put you in a stronger position as far as offering on a house, and typically the realtor is going to want to see something that says pre-approval to show you houses. Again, a realtor doesn't always know the difference, and they probably, if they just see pre-approval, they're fine. You can just write pre-approval on the letter. But in the one step above that, that you won't get from as many lenders, especially if they're a larger bank or they deal with a lot of clients, is you can actually get a automated underwriting pre-approval. So again, we haven't gotten to this topic quite yet, but there's basically all these loans are automated underwriting these days. I mean, you can do manual underwriting, and that definitely happens as well, but you basically plug all the numbers into basically a computer system. It says thumbs up or thumbs down, based on your income, based on your credit, based on the price, debt to income ratios, and what sort of assets you have and things like that. You can get a loan for that amount. Great. So if you've gone through that automated system and you have a desktop underwriter DU approval or a GUS approval for USDA, that is even stronger. Again, that's not just the loan officer saying, based on my opinion of where your credit and your situation, your debt and all that sort of situation is, you can be pre-approved for this amount. This is the automated underwriting system for this loan program, says thumbs up based on everything, your credit, your income, your debt. You can get this size loan unless something else isn't accounted for. Again, you can always, the automated system doesn't look at your actual stuff. I mean, the loan officer's inputting stuff. So if the loan officer fudges your numbers and says you have 100 grand in a 401k and you have 20k in the bank and you make more money than you do, really the only thing that's actually being pulled in is your credit. So it's one thing to take into account, but if you have an automated underwriting system approval, that's about the strongest you're going to get before you find a house. So again, that was just a brief overview, qualification versus pre-approval. Again, it's really about talking to your loan officer and getting an idea of what they've done. Again, obviously you have an idea since, if you sent them stuff, and they've reviewed that, you have a stronger situation. If they're just doing a verbal based on what you've told them, obviously things aren't as strong. But you want to get a pre-approval letter, get it in your hand. The realtors are going to want that, especially if you're making an offer. They're really not going to let you make an offer typically without a pre-approval letter. So, but if you have any questions about this, let me know. Again, there's a lot more that can kind of go into it. And again, it's a very vague subject. If you look it up, I mean, there is kind of hard lines of what is one, what is the other. But they are fairly synonymous if you're just talking to people. So it's just one of those things. But do your research on it. Have the conversation, and you'll figure out where you stand and where your loan officer basically has you set at that point in time. So again, if you have any other questions about this, if you like this content, let me know. Leave a comment down below. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and we'll get some more stuff out to you like this in the future. You guys have a good day.